Isn't it true that you're the youngest of three? And isn't it true that your sister was a cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys? And isn't it true that your brother, future Hall of Famer, yeah, and you're 20 years younger than your siblings, is that right? You know why? Because you were a mistake.
Hey, what's going on YouTube land? This is your boy TJ, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Wrestling Nostalgia, where I give my reviews on the WWE shows and PLE events. And today we are going to be reviewing SmackDown, March 8th, 2024. Let's go ahead and get into it. So we open up SmackDown with Logan Paul, and he comes into the ring and he says, well, he talks about, his list of accolades, how he is the most viral superstar in WWE history. He's the reason why that SmackDown is booming up. Wait a minute, pause. First of all, no, you're not. You are not the only reason why WWE is booming now in numbers, okay? Don't get me wrong. Yes, you are the most viral superstar in WWE right now. But you are not the only reason, because The Rock blew out your numbers, okay? Let's stop that, okay? Let's stop the cap.
It's the cap for me.
Yeah, the cap is on your hair, on the top of your head.
The cap is
the
on
wig
your
is the
hair.
cap.
Because you're not the only reason why WWE is, popping right now, all right? You forgetting Roman Reigns? Okay, yeah. You better lay low.
You better lay low.
You better lay low. Let's go ahead and skip on to that, because I really didn't care. Logan Paul, Prime, and WWE have merged together, and they have come up with an agreement to partnership with him. So his logo, his drink logo, is going to be in the WWE ring after WrestleMania, I want to say. Boo, who asked for this? So then another viral star, I guess on YouTube, KSI, came into the ring, and they had a photo op, and this is when Randy Orton music's hit. And he comes out, not from the ring apron, but from, I guess, under the ring, I guess. So then this is when he goes for the RKO on Logan Paul. Logan Paul, of course, slips out of the ring. And then he hits the RKO on his buddy, KSI. And then he drags him in the ring. And then he drinks Logan Paul's Prime drink. And he says, this is actually good. He continues to pour the drink on Never Regions, as if he, went on himself. And I was just like, okay, is this the Attitude Era? Yo, that was wild. So then we get into Randy Orton's match with KO against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Of course, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller wasn't coming out with the victory. Austin Theory gets hit with the RKO. 1, 2, 3. Your winners of the tag team match, Randy Orton and KO. Of course, Logan Paul has to get involved. So he hits both Randy and KO from behind, laying them out. So he gets the brass nuts, of course, and he tries to go to use them. He misses. Randy Orton winds up getting brass nuts, and he tries to hit Logan Paul with him. And he gets out of there. So, yep, no brass knucks used on Logan Paul. Hopefully it gets used on him very soon, because I'm about sick of him and his antics. Anyways, moving on. In this next segment, it was Bayley. And the interviewer asked Bayley, okay, how do you feel about the people said that you deserve it? Because all the mischievous things that Damage Control has done to the WWE Women's Division and everything is basically her fault. She says that, she would have did anything for Damage Control, and I didn't make any apologies for what I did. She just wanted to get her team over, and they backstabbed her. And she says basically that Bayley is going to do everything in her power to destroy Damage Control. So this is when they pan off into Naomi, and Naomi is basically, I guess, feeling sympathy for Bailey. And this is when Bianca Belair comes out and she says, "Oh, well, I know you're not feeling bad for Bailey. Bailey caused this on herself. And just last year, she was in the same predicament that I was in, that she put me in. She doesn't feel bad for her. She said this is just what she gets." So this is when Naomi said, "I understand where Bailey's coming from because I was a part of a girl group as well, and I understand how everything breaks down, and I feel bad for her, and I just can't help it. Like, I don't like how everything is going down with her." So then this is when Bianca says, "Look, I guess this is where I have to say something nice. So, good luck with her in her match at WrestleMania." And I was like, oh. So Bianca is basically standing firm in her stance of she doesn't feel bad for Bailey because of everything that Bailey caused her to Bianca Belair last year. She feels like this is justification and this is what she get. She brought damage control here in WWE, so now she has to deal with the repercussions of that. In this next match, it is Bobby Lashley versus Karrion Kross. They had a standard back and forth match. I actually would love to see more of them, mix it up in the ring, and I hope that WWE continues with this storyline and not just drop it, because they have a bad habit of having people, in your face, and then they just be like, "Oh, we forgot about this storyline." So I want to see where this ends up. Of course, AOP and the Street Profits, B-Fab, and Scarlett all gets involved. AOP first gets involved and attacks Bobby Lashley, causing the disqualification. I guess Bobby wins by disqualification, or this match got thrown out. It wasn't really made clear. So, the Street Profits came out as well, and they try to help out and everything like that. Then Bobby Lashley tries to still beat up on Karrion Kross, and this is when Scarlett gets in the ring after Scarlett tries to distract Bobby. Then this is when B-Fab comes in, and then they all scrap it out. But to end this segment, AOP and Karrion Kross ends up on top and beat up on the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. So if I would have to guess where this all is leading up to, I would say that it was going to be a 4-on-4 tag team match at WrestleMania, and I guess that'll end the feud right there. Only thing about WWE, they just have a bad habit of continuing a feud, and I just hope they know when to end this. Because like I said, I want to see more of them, and I want to see where this leads up to, but I just hope that WWE doesn't WWE and just keep continuing this, okay? In this next segment, it is Dragon Lee, and he is on the phone, and he is approached by Santos Escobar, Elektra, Angel Garza, and Humberto Carrillo, and basically he is chastised by them, saying that, "Oh, you think you're the next Rey Mysterio?" And they have a whole bunch of banter back and forth. And this is when he tries to defend himself, but he winds up getting pushed to the floor. And Angel Garza said, "Yeah, I'll see you in the ring." So they're going to have a match later on tonight. So moving on from that. In this next match, it was relatively short. It was Tiffany Stratton versus Michin. I wish this match would have went a tad bit longer. I don't like the fact that Tiffany Stratton is getting like all these quick wins. Definitely last week, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still salty about Naomi getting that loss, that quick loss. I don't even think that match went on for 5 minutes. Or the match with Michin this week. She winds up hitting the prettiest moonsault. 1, 2, 3. She is victorious, and obviously she is being built up to face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Bianca Belair currently doesn't have a WrestleMania opponent, so I believe with everything, with the trail mix of clues that they're giving us, I do feel like it's going to be them two at WrestleMania. So we're going to see like how everything pans out with that, and we're moving on to the next segment. In this next segment, it is AJ Styles, and he's basically, just to cut it short, he is saying that he is going to humble LA Knight because of the fact he feels like he is disrespecting him, he stepped on his toes, and he took different opportunities from him, and he's blaming him, and he's going to humble him at some point down the line. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a WrestleMania match. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be on free TV, but we're going to see how everything pans out. Then this is when the camera pans over to LA Knight, and LA Knight said, "You're boring the fans. How about I take a swing at this television?" He winds up swinging a chair at the television, and he said, "Yeah, I'll see you soon, AJ." And I was like, oh, wow. This is getting intense. We're going to see where everything leads to with these two. Moving on. In this next match, it is Dragon Lee versus Angel Garza. They had a pretty standard back and forth match. Little bit of high risk moves and everything like that. I love that one move that Dragon Lee does when the person is like hung up on the ropes, like trying to lift up, and then he just kicks him down. Dragon Lee winds up getting the win. He does the Hurricane Rana. I wasn't sure if he was gonna keep him down for the 3 count, but he does. 1, 2, 3. He wins the match. But after the match, he winds up getting attacked by Santos Escobar and Angel Garza and winds up getting laid out to end his night. Unfortunately, doesn't look like much of a winner, if you ask me. Moving on to the next segment. So in this next segment, it is the new Damage Control. And Dakota Kai says that, Bayley, you said you're the heart of this team, but I was always the brain of this. And you said that you're going to tear down Damage Control. We'll prove it. Because next week in the ring, it's going to be me and you. And I'm like, okay, we're going to see what Dakota has. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be honest. The way that it's looking, it looked like Bayley's going to lose at WrestleMania. Hey, spoiler alert. Only reason why I say that is because of the fact they're giving us little Easter eggs of Jade Cargill being like involved in the mixed. And it just looks like they're going to usher her in. And unfortunately, push Bayley out. So we're going to see. Hopefully I'm wrong. Anyways, moving on. Nick Atlas goes into the dressing room of Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, and they're not there, so they go looking for them. Nick Atlas and the security. So then this is when the Bloodline comes out, and then The Rock, oh my goodness. He had one of the best entrances I've seen in a long time, and that's not even me being, biased or anything like that. He really did come out with an electrifying entrance. He had the pyro and the electricity or whatever you want to call it come down on the ring ramp. It was truly electrifying. Let me stop saying it, okay? Roman Reigns says that you guys are about to witness greatness, and this is when Cody Rhodes music hits. They wind up coming from the audience, and I was just thinking, to quote the great Lil Kim, I'm valedictorian, y'all in the audience.
I'm valedictorian, y'all in the audience.
I just couldn't help it. Like, what are y'all doing coming from the audience? Y'all trying to relive y'all Shield day so damn bad. Like, stop playing so much. Cody says that it's tense in this ring, but he feels lucky to be here in this situation. And he also continues to ask The Rock, hey, you gave these, terms and conditions of our matches and stuff, but are you at liberty to make those decisions? I mean, didn't you just acknowledge Roman Reigns as your tribal chief? I mean, I'm just asking, and I'm like, whoo, it's getting hot in here. So before Cody can continue, this has been The Rock's. He tells Cody to shut the hell up. Then he tells Seth Rollins, before you even get the talking clown emoji, you shut up too. He says, the reason why I acknowledge Roman Reigns as my tribal chief is because this is what family does, and this is what family is about. So The Rock continues to reiterate the stipulations of the match. Basically, if The Rock and Roman Reigns win, that means it is a Bloodline rules match. If Seth and Cody wins, that means it is a truly one-on-one match. Just to cut it short, Seth accepts the terms and conditions on Cody's behalf. This is when Roman Reigns also tries to instigate the situation. Say, oh, you're just going to let him, talk for you and accept your fate? So this is when The Rock gets into Cody Rhodes' family. Aren't you the youngest of 3 children? Isn't one of your brothers bound to be in the Hall of Fame? And your sister was a former cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys. And he says that you're the youngest because you were a mistake. So this is when everything gets heated. And this is when Cody is just like flustered, and he was just all like, oh, I was a mistake. Like, what? So Cody is trying to gather himself and try to find the words for The Rock. So instead, he winds up having 5-finger open hand slap across The Rock's face. Slap for a slap. This is revenge for him getting slapped at the press conference, the WrestleMania press conference last month. So, hey, a slap for a slap. So that's where this segment ends. I'm going to be honest, I don't know where this is going. And when I say, I mean, like, I can't predict who's going to win because of the fact it's just like a toss-up. It could go to Cody and Seth, and he finally gets a truly one-on-one match. Or it could go to The Rock and Roman, and they have a Bloodlines Rules match, and everybody can get involved. So, with that being said, good luck, Cody. I'm gonna be honest, it's not looking so good for you, because if you lose this match, that's another stipulation that they put into play, that if Cody Rhodes loses this, that is it. You can't have another championship match. This is actually reminiscent of his days in AEW, when I forgot who it was, but the terms and conditions, if he loses against them, that he can't wrestle for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship again. So hopefully history doesn't repeat itself again, because it looks like they're kind of playing on AEW storyline. Good luck, Cody, at WrestleMania. This is where I ended. SmackDown was very eventful. This was actually a really, really good show. Let me know, comment down below, like, share, and subscribe. Help me build up my channel and everything like that. And peace. I'm out.